Step into Glory's exciting life. A Lagos Instagram star with fame, money, and stunning Aso Ebi outfits, until a fired maid sends a vengeful spirit to ruin her with a scary secret. On cee-c Folktales, this thrilling story takes you from a fancy penthouse to a mystery with hidden clues, a glowing amulet, and a spooky battle. Will Glory beat the curse, or will her pride bring her down? The suspense builds to a big finish. Grab your earphones and enjoy this must-see adventure. In the heart of Lagos, Glory Adebayo was a superstar. A fashion influencer with 2 million followers, her Instagram was pure fire. Designer Aso Ebi, yacht parties, and a Victoria Island penthouse screaming wealth. Raised in a Yoruba family with deep Christian roots, Glory swapped church for Balenciaga, chasing likes over faith. When she married Tund, a tech mogul with a heart as big as Alaba Market, her life sparkled brighter. Tundi spoiled her, no questions asked. Cooking? Cleaning? That was for maids, and Glory had no time for them. She sacked one after another for petty faults. Burnt jollof, a creased geli, or just wrong vibes. But as the Yoruba proverb warns, Enit oba iohun tkoe, are with grave and eye juju. Those who do wrong will face divine justice. Glory's pride was blinding her, and a shadow was creeping closer, ready to pounce. Glory would snap her fingers, her voice sharp as a Lagos breeze, calling out, "Lulama, where's my mango smoothie? And my Ankara scarf? Hurry, I've got a live in 10. Lulama, her newest maid, was different. Her jollof rice tasted like a party. Her cleaning so perfect, even Glory, who'd sent a dozen maids packing, couldn't complain. She'd mutter to Tundi, this one might actually stay. But Lulama's eyes glinted like she held a juju secret. And at night, strange symbols, claw-like marks, appeared on the penthouse mirrors, vanishing by dawn like whispers of a curse. Glory and Tund had been praying for a child, but their hopes stayed empty, like a dry harmattan. Then, the mystery struck. Glory woke one night, her stomach twisting with cramps, so fierce she could barely move. Her legs swelled, her skin darkened, giving off a foul stench like something rotting. Doctors ran test after test, their faces grim, shaking their heads in confusion. In a sterile hospital room, the doctor's voice was heavy as he said, "Mrs. Adebayo, we can't identify the infection. We may need to amputate both legs." Glory gasped, her voice breaking with panic. "Amputate? No, this is my life, my brand." Tund, steady as a rock, squeezed her hand and said, "Babe, we'll fight this. I'm not leaving you." But Glory's world was crumbling, and the mystery deepened. One night, she found a cryptic note under her pillow, the words scrawled in red ink. "The snake bites where you least expect." A chill ran through her like someone was watching. Glory brushed off the note, blaming stress, but it burned in her mind. Her dreams turned darker. Visions of a Tokalash-like spirit, a tiny creature with glowing red eyes, feeding her wriggling worms that crawled inside her soul. She'd wake screaming, her legs worse, the stench unbearable. Tund stayed by her side, his faith unshaken. But Lulama? She was too perfect, serving a goosey stew with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Her wrappers got tighter when Tund was home, her laugh sharper, like a cutlass. Tund ignored her, his heart locked on Glory. Then, Glory's grandma, Aya Agba, arrived from Ikordu, her Ifa beads rattling like a storm warning. Aya Agba's voice cut through the air like a thunderclap as she said, "Glory, who's this maid? Her spirit's heavy, like a Lagos lagoon at midnight." Glory, weak and pale, murmured, "Aya, chill. Lulama's the best maid I've kept." Lulama, all sweetness, offered, "Aya, try my puff puff, made special for you." The puff puff smelled like heaven, but Aya Agba's ancestors screamed danger. She pushed the plate away, her eyes locked on Lulama, and declared, "This house needs prayer. Tonight, no excuses." Lulama muttered about dishes and slipped away, her shadow lingering too long in the hallway, like an owu refusing to leave. That night, Agba dreamt of a shadowy figure holding a carved amulet, its glow pulsing over Glory's writhing body. A Tokalash-like spirit cackled in the darkness, its claws scratching symbols into the air. Aya woke, heart pounding, and found a new symbol scratched in her bedroom door. 3 jagged lines, like a curse taking form. She whispered to herself, "Orunmila, show me the truth." The mystery was closing in, and time was running out. 2 days before the amputation, a Babalawo appeared at the penthouse gate. Uninvited, his eyes like burning coals. Smoke curled from his opeel as he spoke in a voice that shook the air. "A curse grips this home. Glory. A snake hides in plain sight. Seek the amulet. It holds the key." Glory, trembling, stammered. "An amulet? I don't understand." Tund, his voice steady, said, "We've lost our way, babe. Let's pray like we used to." That night, Glory recommitted to her faith, joining Tund and Aya Agba in prayer. The penthouse felt lighter, like a rain washing away dust, but the mystery lingered, its claws still deep. At 3 a.m., Aya Agba crept to the kitchen, drawn by a strange, humming sound. She froze at the door, barely open, and peeked inside. Lulama stood over a bubbling pot, worms writhing inside, her eyes glowing red like embers in a fire. A carved amulet hung around her neck, pulsing with dark energy. Aya Agba's gasp broke the silence as she shouted, "In the name of the ancestors, reveal yourself." Lulama spun, her voice a venomous hiss. "You old fool, Glory's pride summoned me. She'll pay for her sins." Lulama collapsed, shrieking, her body convulsing as she confessed. She wasn't human. She was a Tokalash-like spirit, summoned by Non-Tando, a vendor Glory humiliated years ago at a Lekki market. Glory had laughed at Non-Tando's tattered stall, mocking her dreams in front of a crowd, leaving her broken. Non-Tando, drowning in despair, sought a dark Babalawo who gave her a cursed amulet to summon Lulama, Glory's ultimate match. The spirit's voice dripped with malice as she screamed, "I fed Glory worms to rot her body. The amulet binds her pain. She'll lose everything, and I'll take her place." Tund, bursting into the kitchen, roared, "You've poisoned my wife? Get out!" He called the police, but Lulama vanished in a puff of smoke, leaving the amulet behind, its glow fading like a dying star. Glory clutched the amulet, trembling, as Aya Agba prayed over her, her voice rising like a tide against the darkness. By dawn, a miracle unfolded. Glory's legs healed, the stench gone, her skin clear as a Lagos sunrise. At the hospital, doctors stood stunned, their voices awed. "Mrs. Adebayo, you're completely healed, and you're pregnant." Glory sobbed, her voice breaking with joy as she said, "Tund, God broke the curse. We're free." Tund held her, whispering, "We're starting over, babe." But the mystery wasn't over. Glory knew the amulet held the final piece of the puzzle. She tracked Non-Tando to a dim slum alley in Ashadi, finding her frail, haunted by guilt, in a shack where the amulet's twin lay, still glowing faintly. Glory's voice was soft but firm as she said, "Non-Tando, I was cruel. I mocked you, broke your spirit. I am sorry. Let's end this." Non-Tando, tears streaming, choked out, "I curse you out of pain. Forgive me, Glory." Together, they burned the amulet in a Babalawo's fire, the smoke rising like a freed spirit, cleansing the past. Glory returned to Lagos, transformed. She traded her influencer crown for a humble heart, cooking her own jollof, dishing up egusi stew, and cleaning her penthouse with her own hands. Her faith grew stronger than an Irako tree's roots. She opened a community center in Ashadi, inviting Non-Tando to teach tailoring, lifting others up with the spirit of Amaluabi. Her laughter filled the air again, her baby bump growing under the Lagos sun. Meeting her match in Lulama had taught her a truth as old as the ancestors. And so, Nija, here's the moral lesson of Glory's tale. Pride clouds the heart, blinding us to the pain we cause and the dangers we invite. But truth, rooted in humility and faith, lights the way to healing and redemption. Glory learned that true wealth isn't in likes or luxury. It's in the love we give and the forgiveness we offer, even when it hurts. Let her story remind us to walk with Omaluabi, to see others as people, not shadows, and to guard our hearts with wisdom and grace. That's the story of Glory meeting her match. Did it give you goosebumps? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Ever faced a challenge that changed you? Smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss our next banger. Stay true, stay blessed, and peace out.